Beneath the coldest, driest desert on Earth lies a secret the planet was never meant to reveal, a waterfall that bleeds, hidden deep within Antarctica's frozen skin, where the air is sharp enough to cut and time has been frozen for millions of years. Something impossible is flowing. When explorers first stumbled upon it, a crimson river spilling from pure white ice, they thought it was a trick of the light, but this was no illusion. The ice was bleeding. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe, so that we can venture on this journey of exploring our planet together. Now let's continue. It was 1911. A team of explorers led by an Australian geologist named Thomas Griffith Taylor were charting the edges of a glacier that barely had a name, the Taylor Glacier. Deep within a desolate region called the McMurdo Dry Valleys, the place was so alien, so barren, that it looked more like Mars than Earth. No snowstorms, no plants, no sound, just the ghostly hum of wind over ancient ice. Then, they saw it, a stain, seeping from the glacier's edge, red as rust, thick as blood, flowing down the frozen face like a wound that wouldn't heal. They called it Blood Falls, and for over a century, no one could explain it. At first, scientists believed the color was caused by red algae, microorganisms trapped in the ice, blooming beneath the surface, but when they sampled the water, there was no trace of life, no chlorophyll, no organic pigments. Nothing. The second theory was iron oxide, rust, from rocks beneath the glacier. It made sense on paper, but it didn't explain the heat. The waterfall wasn't frozen, it was flowing, liquid, in a place where everything else turned solid. Something was keeping it alive, and whatever it was, it had been hidden beneath 400 meters of ice. For millions of years, for decades, Blood Falls remained untouchable, a frozen riddle at the edge of civilization. Then, in the early 2000s, satellite imagery revealed something stunning. The glacier wasn't just a solid block of ice. Beneath it lay a hidden lake, buried for over 2 million years, a body of water sealed off from the atmosphere, a place no sunlight had reached since before humans existed. Scientists called it Lake Bonny, and soon, they realized it wasn't the only one. Antarctica was littered with subglacial lakes, locked in total darkness, pulsing with mysterious chemistry. But there was one question no one could answer. If no heat or sunlight could reach these buried waters, how could anything inside still move? In 2017, a group of glaciologists from the University of Alaska and NASA's Astrobiology Institute launched an expedition to pierce the glacier and reach the source. They used a sterile, heated drill, designed to prevent contamination, and descended through 1,300 feet of ancient ice. As they lowered sensors into the darkness, something extraordinary happened. The instruments began to detect movement, tiny electrical signatures, shifting patterns, too organized to be random. When the sample finally rose to the surface, it was like opening a message from another world. Inside the water were living microbes, millions of them, surviving in complete darkness, sealed away for millions of years. No sunlight, no oxygen, no fresh nutrients, yet somehow, alive. They fed on iron and sulfur, breathing chemistry itself, an ecosystem born in isolation. A world beneath the world. These microbes defied everything we thought we knew about life. They existed in a toxic brine 5 times salter than seawater, so salty it couldn't freeze. That's why the waterfall flows even in Antarctica's deathly cold, and as the iron-rich water meets the open air, it oxidizes, turning blood red. The glacier, in other words, isn't bleeding, it's breathing. Scientists realized they were looking at one of the most extreme habitats ever found on Earth. A place where life had adapted to total isolation, rewriting the rules of biology. But beneath the microscope, something else emerged. The DNA of these microbes didn't match any known lineage. They weren't related to surface life. They had evolved independently, trapped for 2 million years in total darkness. Some called them ghosts of ancient Earth, others called them a preview of alien life. Because deep below Jupiter's moon Europa, and Saturn's Enceladus, there are oceans locked beneath ice. Just like this one, NASA's scientists now use Blood Falls as a model for what alien life might look like beyond Earth. Not green, glowing creatures, but microscopic engineers, surviving without light or air, just chemistry and time. If life can survive in Antarctica's buried darkness, why not on Mars, under its polar caps? Why not beneath Europa's icy crust, or under Titan's methane lakes? The answer to the question, are we alone, might not come from the stars, but from the red veins flowing through Antarctica's ice. Antarctica, the place we once called lifeless, may be Earth's oldest heartbeat, a living memory of what the planet used to be. And what it still hides beneath. Every drop of red water that spills from the glacier is more than rust. It's proof that life doesn't need warmth, light, or comfort, only persistence. So when you look at Blood Falls, that bleeding wound in the ice, remember this. It's not the planet dying, it's the planet remembering, at the end of the Earth. Life never ended, it just learned how to survive in the dark. Something was keeping it alive, and whatever it was, it had been hidden beneath 400 meters of ice for millions of years.